Good news for GTA 6 fans. They are going to have the pre-order starting tomorrow at midnight. Bad news is there's really no use for pre-order because of the news that was dropped earlier this morning. GTA 6 will not have a disc, but rather the physical copy that you get will just have a digital code for you to download. I don't see how that would be any different than just downloading it digitally, like on the PS Store or whatever, like just online downloading. I don't get the point of having a physical copy. Like, I just think that's just more work to open the case, get the download code, when you can literally just go on, boot your PlayStation, pre-order it online, and then boom, the game, there you go. All you got to do is just download it. So it seems like a lot of people are upset that they can't get the disc, because what it does now, and this is from like a quote that everyone has been hearing lately: you will own nothing and be happy. Me, I am not too like upset that we're not getting a disc, but it is a shame, because what it does is when people can't own like the games or the media that they want to watch or like want to have, and then one day if the company that owns it had to shut down, or maybe you get booted out of the PlayStation and you can no longer play or whatever, or I mean you have to like make a separate account and whatnot, you then lose access to the things that you bought because you never really owned it. Now, initially, I was hearing arguments about how, oh, there's a good reason why they don't have the disc. It's to prevent leaks and to prevent people to, or like the manufacturers, to have them save money for the product that they sell. Just to just have it all on digital will be easier for them, and like, you know, it reduces cost. And okay, so let's look through the history of everything that has happened so far. Grand Theft Auto, they leaked their trailer, or their trailer for GTA 6 was leaked way like what, a year or two ago. So it doesn't seem like not eliminating disc would do you much of a favor when somehow because things will get leaked regardless. Like freaking recently, Avengers Doomsday, like some of their unfinished CGI footage has been leaked, and the movie's not even out yet. Well, I mean, of course, hence that's the part of the purpose of a leak. But I don't see how that would be a fair argument. I do see the fair argument in how that reduces costs and like production budget or whatever. I don't know. Everyone is so hyped up for this game. Would it really like hurt the company for them to manufacture physical copies so that the $80 price that it has on the tag now, the digital game, that it's all digital, it has an $80 price tag? Like, that would be more fair if the disc was available, but because it's not, people are also more upset about the price of the standard edition, where it's really no different than just having like the disc, in which this case, because usually games that you get online without the disc is cheaper, because hence that's why, you know, you don't have to the companies don't have to manufacture the disc for you to get it. You can just get it online. Like, that makes sense, that's fair. But there's also the option where you can get a physical copy and actually own the game, but that's more expensive. That makes sense for it to be $80. I think games being $80 these days are horrible. I remember a time when games were like maybe 40 to 50 bucks a piece, but that's like the price tag for like indie games now, which I still think it's egregious. But along with the price tag that people are upset about, people are also upset about the Ultimate Edition for GTA 6. And I want to make it very clear right now, I'm not like a big fan of GTA. I've played GTA 5 like maybe a few times. Last time I played, I effed up a heist with some of my friends because I couldn't open up a parachute, and they rage quit, and that left an emotional scar on me. That was my last memory of GTA 5. So I'm not as like passionate and excited as all the other people are, but I'm also not really aware of the GTA culture. But let's just go through what the Ultimate Edition contents like provide. Basically, in broad summary, they are just having more cosmetics for like cars or guns and clothes and whatnot. And to me, that's like it doesn't matter much. Like, I can understand why the Ultimate Edition would provide more like cosmetics. Like, to me, that makes sense. But apparently for GTA culture, that is like a big component of GTA. That is like the DNA. Like cosmetics are such a big thing. Whereas in like other games, that's like nothing. Like Fortnite, for example, like skins, you don't need it. But GTA, it's like, I don't know if it's like needed, but it's such a big part of the culture. And to have that locked away in Ultimate Edition, they are upset about. So I guess I can see why that, I mean, if that is like a big thing for GTA, I can see why that would be upsetting. But another thing that they also, the Ultimate Edition provides that it kind of making me a little worried and making me a bit confused is that there are some locations that will be locked and only be open if you get the Ultimate Edition. Now that is where I get a little confused because this is a theory that I just made like earlier in the afternoon today, is that if you have the standard edition be a game missing few of the if you have a standard game missing some of the components that it's supposed to have to be a full game, just for the full game to be locked like $20 more expensive, if that is a marketing tactic that succeeds, because I think a lot of people will get the GTA Ultimate Edition and that they will show, and it will show companies, oh, this works. Then what's going to happen later in the future is that they are going to purposely trim the game a little bit, have that be the standard edition, to then have the full game that you were supposed to get from the standard edition in the first place be more expensive, because that's exactly what Rockstar Games is doing right now with GTA 6. But it seems like not a lot of people are pointing that out because people are so like worried about it being having no disc, but they're not worried about how the standard game itself isn't really complete. It's like 96% there, and the 4% you gotta pay with $20. Like, why? Like, I just think that's a bit weird, and I think that is very predatory. But I guess they don't really care because there's another instance where a game that I've played, Honkai Star Rail, they made a predatory tactic in which a character had a global passive that would apply to all characters, whether you use the character or not. It wouldn't be such a big deal if the passive was included if she was like there herself, but with her not being in the game, that you don't have to have her, you just need to own her to have a global passive where everyone revives once. It is very predatory, and that is a feature that is locked behind the paywall because it's in a gacha system. And I had to make a whole video on why I had to defend myself, that my crazy good luck got me Castoris. So that was the character I'm talking about right now. I not only got her early, like 2 rolls in after the 5-star I pulled like a few days before I got her, I also beat the 50-50, but that's besides the point. That is a side rant. What I'm trying to say is there are games that are already doing these predatory tactics, and it does work, and hence I'm just someone who doesn't want to play a game like that if you're going to continue doing that kind of stuff. I just don't think Ultimate Edition will be worth it to have the full experience. I'm just going to get it just to play and see what the hype is about, if it's worth it. I just don't know if Ultimate Edition will be worth it because, like, come on, for a few I don't know how many locations are being locked. I don't know how many cosmetics are being locked. It doesn't seem like there will be much to miss out on. But when you start small like that, and companies see that there are a lot of people who are buying the Ultimate Edition, they can do that with future games where they will take more stuff. And at some point, I hope this doesn't become true. If we ever had like a future Spider-Man open world game like 2, but better than Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales game, it would be crazy if the Ultimate Edition was that you can use webbing as long as you want, but then in the standard edition, there's a limit to how you can, you can only like swing around for maybe 2 minutes, and then you have to wait on like a 20-minute cooldown or something stupid like that. I don't understand why Rockstar Games is doing this with GTA 6, because this is a game that has been hyped up for years, and suddenly a lot of people are upset because there's no disc. The Ultimate Edition is locking stuff like content, and it is a game that has been delayed for so long only for us to get news like this. Pretty upsetting. But I hope things, work out a bit differently here in the future. I hope this is just only for this game. If future games start having this problem, we will be having a big issue on actually owning games and media that you purchase for. But that's all the news that I've got for today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.